Howdy, Bill. Hey, my name's Todd. My friends call me Big T. I'm hoping they're gonna start calling me 1/3 T here in the future. I'm working on that now. I got a bit to go for sure. Um, but hey, man, I gotta tell you, I was watching Carrie's video and I heard about you and I saw that video you made about the comment that you had posted, the one that kicked everything off for you, you know. And man, I gotta tell you, that hit super close to home for me, man. Because I was in that exact same situation last September when I decided to give this a shot, you know. And I'd been kind of on the fence about making videos and putting my progress out there because I wanted to get it out there for sure because it's just, you know, it's given me my life back. It's just been an absolute true miracle, you know. But at the same time, I've avoided cameras my whole life, you know. Never, never liked my picture taken, much less making a video and putting it out there for the world. Definitely, definitely out of my wheelhouse. So, but man, after I saw your videos, I was like, I need to put something out there so I can get you hopefully in contact with you with this video and just let you know, man, I know where you're at, and I've so been there, and it's incredible how fast it can turn around. And I know it is so hard to get even hopeful about another diet plan or another exercise plan and another, you know, another battle. You don't even want to tell anybody about it because it's like, man, you just get tired of letting other people down, even because you feel like when you fail, you let everybody down around you, you know, because they're all pulling for you and they want to see you do good. And I know what that's totally like, man. And but I gotta tell you, this is different. It really is. I've been on a million calorie restrictive, you know, calories in, calories out diet too. I've seen doctors my whole life, dietitians, that whole thing, and it just none of it ever worked. And you know, I beat myself up about it for a long time. And if I'd only known, there was a reason it wasn't working. You know, there's a reason that it doesn't work for so many people. You know, the vast majority of people it doesn't work because it's not the answer. You know, it's just treating a symptom. You know, and obesity is just a symptom. It's not the disease. You know, and thank God for this community, and thank God for people finding their own way and their answers and putting it on YouTube, and so that we can all reap the benefit, you know, and we can all kind of be examples and help change lives and help get everybody healthier, help cure disease, you know. And so that got me off the fence finally when I saw your video. I was like, if Bill can do it, I can do it. And man, I just wanted to give you whatever help and knowledge that I've gained that's helped me with my breakthrough. I wanted to share that with you. And so I'm going to be making videos on topics kind of addressing the things that really helped me, you know, bust through that wall and get over that pinnacle point to where, man, I feel like I've never been more certain of any diet or any regimen that I've ever been on, that this is absolutely the answer. You know, every calorie restrictive diet that I've ever been on I've I've been on many, and I've gave them really good shots. You know, I've lost over 300 pounds twice in my life, and I've lost over 200 pounds 4 times in my life. And not once when I was losing that weight, I couldn't even really enjoy it because it was always in my head, and I always knew that it was just a matter of time before it all came back on, because none of them were sustainable. You know, I wasn't addressing any of the real problems. I still had all the carb cravings. I was starving. I was tired. Felt terrible, and depression, anxiety just through the roof the whole time going through it. And yeah, you felt a little better from getting the weight off for sure, but man, it just was not the answer. It wasn't the cure, you know. And so I knew it was just a matter of time on all of them. And sure enough, weight always came back on. Always fell off the wagon, went off the rails every time. Weight came back on and then some. And when it did, I'd always be in a worse position, feeling better or feeling worse than I did before, having more health problems than I did before, every time without fail, you know. But this time, it's nothing like that. I'm not even. I have, honest to God, I have zero worries or doubts that now it's just a matter of time before I hit my goal, because I have zero carb cravings, none. I have, you know, I'm completely over like the keto flu hurdle. I'm completely free of all cravings. Actually, no joke, I struggle now to eat enough. I hit a plateau a few months back, and I ended up working through it, but the answer was I actually had to start eating more, because I think I was slowing down my metabolism, because I was just under eating too much, you know. But yeah, so I just wanted to reach out to you and tell you, man, I am pulling for you 110%. And you know, this is my channel that I made to be able to reach people, and I put in the channel info there my other social media links so that people can get a hold of me. It's there's a Rumble in there, X, which is, you know, formerly Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok in there, and also my email is in there, so you can reach me at any of those if you ever have a question or anything. But man, I just want you to know I know exactly where you're at. You know, I know what it's like to pray to God to just weigh 500 pounds. You know, that would be life changing. You know, that's where I'm basically at right now. I started at, I estimated it at 715 pounds. The truth of the matter is I don't exactly know where I started, because I couldn't get on the scale at that time. How I figured it out was I had to do this. I had to do keto and carnivore. I started at keto when I first started, but quickly moved to carnivore. But I had to lose weight for 4.5 months before I could even get on the scale. And when I got on the scale, it said 647 pounds is where that clock started. But what I did was I took the next following 5 months, and I took that average weight loss per month average, and I went backwards to when I'd started, and that's how I came up with 715 pounds. But in all honesty, I think it was a fair amount more, because of the amount of fluid that I got off early, and I took the low conservative average on that. So I think it was actually a fair amount more. I don't know, but right now I'm sitting at 490 pounds. But it ain't even about the weight. It's about my mobility now. I can just everything, man. I had terrible lymphedema. My calves at the peak were about 35 inches in diameter, both of them, which is why I couldn't get on the scale. Actually, my legs would rub together, and it would keep my feet so far apart that I couldn't get both my feet on the scale. And at like month 2, I was trying to get on the scale, and I got almost got both feet on them, but I was trying so hard that when I was doing it, the scale, the, the readout on it busted. And I was like, Big T, I think it's time for an intervention. When you're breaking the scale that's built for 770 pounds, I knew something had to give for sure. But anyhow, man, I know what that's like, and man, anything you want to ask me, or if you just want to go over things, whatever, um, yeah, I'm more than happy to help any way I can. Um, yeah, I mean, just a couple of tips off the rip. I don't know exactly why, but electrolytes were absolutely a key thing for me. And I know you know this guy, Dr. Berg. I love Dr. Berg, and I take a lot of his supplements, but his electrolytes are the ones that I use. In fact, these ones right there are the ones I use, but because my biggest um, vice was soda, and I just could not get off the soda no matter what I tried. It just kept coming back and coming back, and it just wouldn't go away. And I made a drink that I started drinking instead of soda. I would take the I don't know if you've seen them. They're called bubblies. They're sparkling waters, but some of them have some flavors, but there's no calories in them. And so I get the lime bubbly, and then I would get the volcanic lemon juice. Dr. Berg recommends it. It's like lemon juice that's squeezed from lemons in like Italy, but they're grown in volcanic soil, so they're just really nutrient dense and stuff. And I know this isn't carnivore, but I was just saying, I use that in sparkling water, and I would use this electrolyte powder and put it in there, and it made kind of like a sparkling lemonade type of thing. And I didn't have any huge expectations, but when I did that for about 6 or 7 weeks, and I drank it every day, tons of it. And for whatever reason, when I did that, all the carb cravings for everything went away, and I completely lost any cravings for soda, for sugar, for carbs, for everything. And man, that was a huge breakthrough for me when I did that. I haven't had a problem with it since. Like, literally, I've done keto in the past and it helped, but I could just never get over that hurdle. I could just never get through that wall. And this time, I was actually doing keto when I was drinking that lemonade, that sparkling lemon drink. And man, all of a sudden, all the carb cravings were just gone. And so I was kind of still doing keto, but not liberal, not liberal or dirty keto. It was basically carnivore plus cruciferous vegetables and olive oil and the lemon juice was honestly what that was when I started. But I started noticing I was eating some sour cream. I was making taco salads is what I started on. I was eating those every day when I was using kale and arugula and chard as the lettuce base, and then I was making burger meat, and I was putting some cheese and some sour cream on it and a little bit of hot sauce, and that's what I started with. And I was eating that pretty much every day, and I was feeling a lot better. But I also noticed that I felt like I was reading my ketones back then, and I just wasn't getting into deep ketosis back then, and so I cut out first I cut out the cheese, and then I cut out the sour cream, and then I cut out the taco seasoning because there were some hidden ingredients in there, and that started making me feel even better. But I was kind of missing the cheese, so I added in eggs just for a different texture, which was weird, but kind of made a taco omelet on top of lettuce type of thing. And when I did that, I even started feeling better. So that really encouraged me to basically go carnivore, because what I started eating just meat and eggs. And then from that point, when I started eating meat and eggs, then I also started taking out seasoning just one at a time. And so as it sits today, I basically I do the BBB and E thing. I eat beef broth. I eat eggs. I eat bacon. I eat ghee for the butter. Clarified butter. I do pink Himalayan salt, and then I do also eat this was Dr. Berg's one of his videos, but I eat 1 can of cod livers every day, which they're about as appetizing as they sound, but I eat them for the omega-3s because they are the best source for omega-3s. So I eat 1 can of those every day. And now all I drink is water and electrolytes. And then I take a few other supplements of Dr. Berg's adrenal support and vitamin B1, vitamin B nutritional yeast. The adrenal supports, I take some vitamin C and some calcium. And I get all the potassium and the electrolytes from this powder. And man, I gotta tell you, it's going fantastic. I just not the food's kind of boring or whatever, but the great part is I don't even care anymore, because I am so freed from any kind of food cravings and addictions, and I'm so satiated all the time that I don't. Every time I eat, it tastes good, because I only eat when my body's hungry, and it never tastes bad. It's always satisfying, and I just don't have cravings anymore. I'm just not tempted at all. And so I just wanted to throw that out there for you in case it could help you. And there's many other things, too much to put in one video, but yeah, reach out if you're have any questions or anything. I'd be happy to help you in any way I can. Have a great night. Hope you're doing well.